looking off too all dressed up the moment my back is turned?
It's supposed to be a surprise.
What? But you've got a mistress tucked away somewhere.
That I have an appointment with my bank manager.
I know. I heard you ring when you thought I was asleep.
Did you? Well, you gotta wish me luck.
I would, Eric. But with the gift of the gab, and looking like that, I don't think I need to. 15,000, mind. Hey, ring us as soon as you come out. Oh, Terry. Is everything okay?
I'll survive.
Of course you will. Better off without that one, I reckon. Time is the best healer. If ever you want to talk about things, you know.
Hey,
Heard about Louise.
didn't take long.
I'm sorry.
How's my way, man?
If you want to spend some time with him, then...
No, I don't think I'll be good company just now.
Well, we're here if you need us, Terry, yeah?
Yeah. Nothing like a break-up to make you popular, eh?
Come on, then. We'll see Daddy later. Bye.
Tara.
Pass us the matter with you.
I just keep thinking any minute now she's going to apologise. I know she is.
Oh, and here's me thinking exactly the same thing.
And what would I be apologising for?
Diane, I did it because I had no choice.
Because you had your head turned by yet another jumped-up used car dealer with a smart line in bar chat.
You don't know the first thing about him.
I've known dozens like him, Louise. Novelty wears off after a week, if you're lucky.
But what's the use, Diane? You're just going to believe what you want anyway.
Right, well, I expect you two want to talk business, so I'll leave you to it.
Al.
Yeah, my solicitor has informed me that you're pulling out of the B&B.
Yeah. Sorry. It was going to be our future. I mean, 24 hours ago, it was everything we'd ever dreamed of.
I do understand, Terry, and I'm sorry.
You're the one that made it possible for us in the first place. Paying for the renovations. Not putting it on the open market.
Oh, well, no, I'll find another buyer.
Yeah, well, look, until you do, I'd like to stop on as manager, if that's all right with you. It's the least I can do.
That's fine. I'd appreciate it.
You've been more than a friend, Al, over the years. Thanks for the tea, Betty.
Terry, love, I can't find it in my heart to forgive her, you know.
I don't know how much I can blame her. I mean, he must have set out to turn her head from the start.
Who, love?
Matthew King. He played both of us. Did a good job and all. So I wouldn't go blaming her, Betty. It's him that deserves it.
We'll set off as soon as she gets down.
We're out of cornflakes. Kelly, you cannot come in here looking like that. Say if we had a customer.
His lucky day.
Hurry up and get dressed. You're supposed to be looking after the shop while we go to the hospital.
Yeah, I was gonna, but now I want to come with you.
No, you can't. If we don't go now, we're going to miss the bus.
Yeah, well, just have breakfast, get ready, and I'll be right with you.
Someone has to cover the shop.
Look, I came back here turning down several modelling assignments to be with my family when they needed me. Now, if you don't mind, I'd like to go and visit my sick brother and make sure they're doing everything they can to make him better. 5 minutes.
Hurry up then.
Well, I'll drive.
Mom!
It's a two-seater. You'll have to work out which one of you is staying behind. Oh, and I need petrol money off whoever's coming.
But you're loaded.
Yeah, and I ain't a flaming charity.
Hi, Ashley. Yeah, it's Zoe. I've called a couple of times. I was just wondering if Gabby wanted to come play with Jean at all. Give me a call.
All the better for a nap.
No one seems to want to take my calls anymore.
I'm sure that's not true. I was thinking about taking her to the village to play on the swings. You want to come?
I could buy some swings for here.
What she could do with getting out. We all could.
I just wanted to see her friends.
Well, we might bump into someone when we're there.
Listen, I said no. You're paid to look after Jean, not to start running our lives for us.
Yes?
I was just looking for Matthew.
Is this a business inquiry?
Oh, I could ring him on his mobile.
You could try.
Edna?
Can I help?
I was hoping to find Matthew.
Well, he's working. We are trying to run a business, you know.
Can I have a word?
You have a planning meeting at 12?
Yes. 2 minutes. Come on.
I'm not going to make a habit of this if that's what you're worried about. I just wanted to see him.
What Matt gets up to out of the office is up to him. I just know that Dad doesn't take too kindly to distractions at work.
Well, I just want to know when he'll be back.
Well, what are you up to, Louise? You trying to work your way through the whole family?
Oh, come on. You're going to have to get used to the idea that we're going to be together.
What makes you think you're any different from the others?
Because we're serious about each other.
Yeah, we'll see.
Come on, Carl. He loves me. I mean, why else would I risk everything if I wasn't sure of that?
I just don't want to see you get hurt. And which one of us do you think knows him the best? I'll tell him you called.
Well, you haven't exactly given this place a magic makeover, have you?
He's practically a lifelong bachelor. I don't want to scare him off with a feminine touch just yet.
I'm trying to remember anywhere you've lived looking particularly nice.
It's like those designers off the telly. All those lovely rooms they do, and yet their own homes are a disaster. It's the way we creative people live. Too immersed in my work to notice.
Do you really think that you can make money from interior design?
Fact. Posh people have no confidence in their own taste. They prefer to pay someone else to worry about it for them.
And how many posh people are there around here?
More than you'd imagine. How many big houses between here and Houghton? And once one of them's had we're in, there'll be a stampede. Oh, Eric, darling.
Hi, Paul.
So, did he give us a cheque or did he insist on cash?
He didn't think our plan was sufficiently developed. He won't let us cut corners.
Oh, dear.
Back to square one, I'm afraid.
No, I'll have a go. It's amazing what a wonder bra can do when you're trying to borrow money.
That's where I went wrong.
It'll take more than a push-up bra to help your credentials stand up.
Why don't we flog some of these antiques? We're bound to raise a bit with the odd table. Hey, that picture must be worth a bob or two.
Val, I'll try anything to get this project up and running, but not at any price. I'm sorry, but Valerie's Interiors is over before it began.
Looks so innocent lying there, doesn't he? Never guessed all that.
Thank you, Kelly. He's still a boy. Hasn't changed since he was 6.
Hiya. What are you doing here?
Much the same as you, I expect. I asked her to come.
Well, not really a suitable place for a kid, though, is it?
Any change? Nurse said he had a comfortable night.
He's not going to want all these people here if he wakes up, is he?
Kelly, she's got as much right to be here as anyone. Now, I don't want any rowing over his bedside. Do you understand? I want it to be peaceful and harmonious. Otherwise, he might not bother waking up at all.
Right.
What do you reckon?
What?
Marlon's signature. I've got to enter a menu of his specialities.
Are you sure this is wise?
Well, you heard him. He said he didn't want anything to do with it, so...
Yeah, that's my point.
What do you think he likes cooking best? Hi!
Need some sea salt.
Oh, what are you making?
Lasagna, steak and ale pie, salmon fish cakes.
Do you like cooking them?
Yes.
Would you say they were among your favourites at all?
You haven't had a bang on the head, have you? See you later.
See ya.
Bye. Right, Bob. Your job today is to find out his best dish so I can fax his application off.
When he goes mad and he resigns from the war pack and he finishes with you, Donna, remember, this has got nothing to do with me.
Unless he takes a turn for the worse, they're going to take him off the ventilator tomorrow.
That's good, isn't it?
Yeah. If he doesn't wake up a vegetable. Right. I've got to sign his consent form.
How long are you hanging around for, then?
There's nowhere else I have to be for a bit. Why?
I'm not sure Scott would want yours to be the first face he sees when he wakes up.
Well, given that he's not mentioned you for years, I'm sure he'd prefer it to be someone he's familiar with.
From what I've heard, he made his feelings about you pretty clear in the dear John letter he wrote.
Yes, well, here in the grown-up world, we don't stop caring about people just because we stop going out with them.
Really? It looked like he'd stopped caring about you, but what would I know?
Kelly, I've not come here for a fight. Maybe for Scott's sake, we should just put our differences aside and try and get on. At least till we know he's all right.
All right, mate. Just thought I'd be the first to offer you my congratulations.
All right, Terry, I don't want any trouble.
No. You've played a blinder, mate. You've wormed your way into Louise's trust, pretending that you were just trying to help us out.
Nothing was planned. That's just the way things worked out.
Oh, yeah?
The last thing either of us wanted to do was hurt you, Terry.
Really?
I appreciate the time's not fantastic, but when is it ever? I know how much the B&B meant to you.
How much the B&B meant to me?
Yeah, all the work you put into it.
Not half as much work as you put into stealing Louise.
It's not an ideal situation, but you and me are going to have to get used to the idea of seeing each other. So how about a compromise? You lost your business. I'll compensate you for all the hours that you put in that turned out to be wasted. Say, $2 grand?
What you're really saying is that you'll buy Louise off me.
I wouldn't put it quite like that.
How would you put this?
Oh, Terry!
Save your money, mate. It's all she wants you for.
Hold still.
It's fine.
Look, thank you
What for?
for not hitting him back.
I kind of figure he might have owed me that one.
I don't suppose you'd consider us getting a place out of the village.
Why?
Well, that way I won't have to patch you up every time we run into him.
Oh, he'll get over it. He'll be upset for a bit, sure, but you'd be surprised how fast us blokes can just pick ourselves up and move on.
From the moment Dad and Viv got married, we're hardly ever apart. Mucking about, getting into trouble, fighting. He liked that. Throwing me down on the bed and tickling me till I screamed for him to stop. Started when I was about 15. We had one game where he'd wait for me to get in the shower and...
TJ is in the room, thank you.
Well, what if he pulls out one of Scott's leads or something?
He won't.
How do you know?
Because I'm watching him.
It's only when we got older that we realised the attraction wasn't so innocent. He's great in bed, don't you think?
Kelly.
He's always been there to look after me when things haven't gone right.
You do realise that your history with Scott's just that, don't you?
Really?
When he wakes up, how pleased do you think he's going to be that you're here?
Soon find out, won't we?
What you did with him was unnatural.
It felt pretty natural to me.
And how did Viv feel about it? As soon as he's out of here, she's going to do everything she can to keep you two apart. I'd make the most of seeing him while he's asleep if I were you. Come on, TJ, time to go.
Now, I'm not normally one who approves of violence, but there comes a time when a man just asks for it.
Too smug by half, that one.
I just can't imagine what she sees in him, especially when she had Terry.
The day may come when there'll be nobody left who'll have her. Then she'll get a shock.
Oh, Marlon, some advice. No, thanks. No, I want some. Oh. Right, now, if you were cooking something fairly impressive that you just had to get right, possibly under pressure, what would you choose, do you think?
Entertaining a lady friend, are we, Robert?
Well, I wouldn't like to say.
Oh. Quiches and flans every time. Yeah, simple, summary, and universally popular.
Right. Thanks.
Diane, would you...
No.
Hi.
Pint the usual, please.
Sure.
So, how's your day been then?
Had better.
Your new boyfriend just offered me £2 for you.
Really?
Yeah. Thought it was a fair price, considering. But then why pay for something you've already taken?
Terry.
I'll have a bag of nuts with that, I know.
Diane, you've got a minute.
What for?
This one's definitely for the back room.
When isn't it?
Oh, Edna! Come and sit down, love. I've saved you a place. You'll never guess what I was witness to earlier.
Now, I want you to let us complete a sentence before you start shouting at us.
I can't promise.
Me and Eric make a great team.
And you're getting married?
Don't be daft.
Well, you're not pregnant.
Oh, let us finish. We've got this scheme.
Oh, here we go.
No. And it's well mapped out. We spent all last week touring the country researching, nicking ideas.
What for?
An interior design business. Well, you haven't laughed yet.
Let me get this clear. I've not been back 5 minutes. And already you're scamming us for a loan.
No, not a loan. An investment. A percentage. We'll work something out.
Bank wasn't keen then?
Oh, I shouldn't have left it to Eric to make the pitch. It's that good an idea, Diane.
I tell you what. I'm feeling well. I'm happy and carefree for the first time in ages, so I'm going to do you a favour.
Oh, Diane.
I'm going to send you to Rodney. He's always had more money than sense, and I'm not parting with a penny.
Sim again, please, if it's not too much trouble.
Look, Terry, we really don't need to be like this.
Ah, well.
Well, can't we just try and be civil with each other?
Oh, I'm being more civil than I feel, let me tell you.
Look, I know it's probably going to take a while.
Yesterday, we were going to buy a business and start our lives together. Then I found out that Matthew's been giving you a damn sight more than financial advice, and you want me to be civil.
Terry, please. Let's not play this out in public. I mean, can't we talk later?
I've done nothing to be ashamed of. I'm not the one who made promises and then went behind my back with someone who was supposed to be a mate.
Terry.
My humiliation's been public enough, don't you think? Eh? I don't think there's anybody here who doesn't know that we were supposed to be a couple with our whole lives in front of us until you decided to shack up with Matthew King!
Please.
I don't know how you could show your face. I really don't. How's anybody gonna believe a word you say again?
Diane, I can't take this anymore. I'm leaving.
What? You're a partner. You've got responsibilities.
If you'd stood up for me for 1 minute, I might have been able to take this.
Oh, don't start blaming me, love. You made your bed.
No, I'm going.
For how long?
I don't know, a couple of days, a week. All I know is I can't stay around here while I'm the only topic of conversation.
Well, whose fault's that, for crying out loud?
Diane, one of my recipe books is missing. You haven't seen it, have you?
Oh, for heaven's sake, Marlon. Some of us have got real problems to worry about. Who cares about your flipping cookbook?
Care to join me?
Early in the day for a drinking tip?
Not for me, no.
You do know that getting drunk's not actually going to change anything, don't you?
I couldn't get drunk if I tried. I'm just trying to forget things.
And what about your health? You've been doing so well.
Health's good if you've got a future. It's no use if you haven't.
Terry, don't be stupid.
You spend so long building something, all that effort, hope, trust. Well, it just takes a second to make it vanish. We were off to sign the contracts. I was so happy. Just one look from her, I knew it was all over. So what's the future?
Your son growing up, for one. Have you any idea how much he loves you? And with him, it's unconditional. All you need to do is be there for him and he'll go on loving you forever. He needs you, Terry. Don't you let him down.
Thanks. Hey, give me a yo.
She was round at Dad's with her begging bowl not half an hour ago.
And what did he say?
That he may as well just chuck the money on the fire.
What do you think we should do?
Well, the banks won't help us. Neither will anyone else. Perhaps we just better shelve the whole idea for a while.
I know this could be the making of us, Eric. And I know if I don't pull it off, I'll regret it for the rest of my life. We're going to make this work. We're going to show everyone. And if we have to do it without any help, then so be it. We'll do it on our own.
Right out the blue it was. No one's caught me like that since you smacked me with that 9-9 I bought you for your 12th birthday.
Well, that was your own stupid fault. I mean, who stands behind somebody practising his golf swing?
If that's Louise, I'm not here.
Hi, Louise. Yeah, Matt's in. Come in.
Is this about time?
No, we were just catching up.
I'll put the kettle on, eh?
I can't help noticing your suitcase.
Yeah, I just had to get out of the Woolpack. It was awful. Everyone's staring at me. I don't have to stay here. I can stay somewhere else. It's just until everything dies down a bit.
I'm hardly going to have you walking the streets, am I?
Tell me I've done the right thing with you.
Leaving Terry? Of course you have. Was he really ever going to make you happy?
What about us? We do have a future together, don't we?
Shh. You've only just walked through the door. Let's take it one step at a time, shall we? Everything will be fine. Just wait and see.